Welcome back. We'll get right into sound off. Bucky won over under, so I know you got one big thing you want to talk about. So
yeah, Lloydminster Bandits home opener on Friday, hosting Vermilion. Game times at 7:30, and then hosting Saddle Lake the next night, also at 7:30. Bandits splitting 2 games in the weekend. Pulled one out in Vermilion on Friday and lost a heartbreaker in Killam on Saturday.
So yeah, you guys are 2-1. Right?
1-1.
1-1 on the weekend, but overall in the season.
2-1. Yeah, 2-1. 2-1 the season.
The offense is there.
Offense is there. You know, when you go on the road and you score 6 goals and you don't pull out the win, it's a little disheartening. But at the same time, the guys didn't quit and were down 5-1 and Killam on Saturday, battled back, tied it up, and they scored with 30 seconds left. So a lot of heart and desire on that team. That's what we like to see.
All right, sticking with hockey, NHL in Europe, NHL players in Europe right now. You guys are going to get your KHL center ice packages or what?
I should see NHL Rookie of the Week, Yakupov. Or KHL Rookie of the Week. I wish it was NHL Rookie of the Week. KHL Rookie, and then, yeah, Malkin, like we were talking about before, with just a magnificent goal there. It's not bad hockey, it's just I could never get interested in it like I would the NHL.
And Briskalov running his mouth again over the weekend, saying a lot of the Russian players won't come back to the NHL. Do you think that's true, or do you see everyone coming back?
Well, I think what's going to happen is it's what the NHL is going to do with the Olympics. I think there's going to be some players that if the NHL says that you cannot play in the Olympics, I think they may take a look at the option of staying in Russia because I think they want to play for their country in their hometown or home country.
As much as like the Russians are using, they're using it as a bargaining tactic, saying we're not going to come back. But Russians, they want to be the best, and you're not going to be the best if you're playing in the KHL.
Exactly. Well,
they'll be back.
Tax-free money. But
yeah, they might get the best money, but they won't be as well known or anything like that. Like Radulov goes there and gets MVP, and no one in North America even knows.
No one cares.
And then he comes here and does decent, but yeah.
All right. Now quickly, we'll talk about the MLB playoff format. You think it's kind of weird how you're the higher seed, but you got to play the first 2 games on the road, but you get the last 3 back at home. Do you think that's kind of weird, especially with the best-of-5 series, and then they move to a best-of-7 series?
I think it puts the whole control of that series on that lower-seeded team.
Yeah.
Because you're at home, all you have to do is get a split. You get a split, and you're pretty healthy. I know, like, if you're looking at hockey playoffs, and you're playing a best-of-7, you open up your first 2 on the road. If you go on the road and you split your first 2, you have a chance to win that series. You know, and I think it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. What they did in the AHL last year was you got to choose. If you were the higher seed, you could say, I want the first 2 at home, or I want to play the last. So you get the choice still.
Either.
Why don't they do it where if you get home field or home ice, give them 3 in a row at home, and then the last 2.
That's talking about that. After the best-of-5, they move to a best-of-7, where you get the first 2 games at home, and the next 3 you got to go on the road, but you get the next 2 home. Do you like that better?
I like I like the NHL setup for that. I don't like the 2-3-2.
No. Yeah. Why are they doing it? Not to really cut down costs, because you're talking Major League Baseball. I don't think they're saying, well, I don't want to spend another day on traveling. It doesn't make any sense why they're doing it that format, whether it be in the 5-game series or the 7-game series. Play your 2, play your singles.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to cut off there. That's the end. That's all the time we have for the show. Thanks, boys, for coming on, and make sure you tune in next week for another episode of The Gloves Are Off.